Welcome to Trade Talk, the podcast where construction pros connect, share, and grow. Brought to you by Contractors Connect, this show dives into real-world issues facing today's builders on and off the job site.
Whether you're swinging a hammer, running a crew, or scaling a business, we've got the insights, stories, and expert tips to help you level up in the building industry.
I'm Sarah White.
And I'm Erin Bacher. And together, we'll be talking shop with industry leaders, tradespeople, and innovators who are shaping the future of construction.
Let's get to work. This is Trade Talk. Welcome back to Trade Talk, the podcast where construction pros connect, share, and grow. I'm Sarah White.
And I'm Lindsay Lord, and today we're sitting down with Steve Daher, president and founder of Daher Contracting.
Yeah, Steve has an incredible story coming from Lebanon and building a successful business here on the Emerald Coast in Northwest Florida that's been around since 1998.
Yeah. And so today we'll talk about his journey as being an entrepreneur, coming over to the U.S. and starting a business, and kind of the lessons and challenges he's faced doing that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's jump in.
If you're in the construction industry and your marketing feels more like a punch list than a plan, it might be time to call in the pros. At Bespoke Consulting, we help contractors and construction businesses get noticed with branding that builds trust, websites that convert, and marketing strategies that actually move the needle. Want to grow your business without wasting time or money? Start with Bespoke. Learn more at bespokeconsulting.com. All right, Steve, thanks for being here with us today. We've been wanting to get you on for a while, so we're glad we finally got you in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right, well, let's start with your roots. What was it like growing up in Lebanon?
Very fun. Very fun. I was born and raised in Lebanon for a big, large family. 12 kids. I'm the youngest of 12. Big Catholic family.
12?
Just 12. So I'm the youngest of 12. I have 8 sisters and 3 brothers. So I grew up in one city until I was about 7 years old. And then during the war, as a Christian family, we were involved in a civil war against the Palestinian Syrians and at that time the Lebanese Muslims. And we moved to another city because Syria occupied our hometown. We moved to another city, basically, where we also were originally from there. And I grew up there. It's on the water. It's on the Mediterranean, both of them. And just a normal child, you play in the backyard back in the old days. And I used to play with a matchbox, which is what I do now. Same thing. It's just same toys, got a lot bigger, a lot more expensive. Basically, family, friends, every weekend, every Sunday, my dad have everybody. So I think I had a great, beautiful childhood. It's war. At that time, we didn't have much to do, a whole lot of things, sports or any other things. But I think I have a beautiful, beautiful life. Some people look at it as difficult, and it is in a way, but I think it's a blessing. And just kind of who makes you, what it made me to be to be me, basically. So, and then in 91, well, I grew up in the business. My dad was a site contractor, and my brothers, all of them works in it. And my dad passed at age 13, so he was my best friend, my hero, and my father. So I went to work with my brothers, and I worked from when I was 13 until I was about 21.
Okay.
And I did not get along with my brothers even though we're still very, very, now it's different because we don't have to work together every day. Even though I have one of them do, Peter's dad, Joseph, he works with me. We just did not see eye to eye with business. So I wanted a better life, and I want to establish my own, because in Lebanon, as you're the youngest, people, the family don't want to listen to you until you get way older. So I always had an issue with my brothers of the way we do business. And finally I said, look, I'm leaving to a better place. They said, oh, yeah, where are you going? I said, to the United States. So
what made you decide to move to the U.S.?
It's the land of opportunity. It's always been. When I was younger, I liked math, geography, and history. I used to know about every country, what they produce, and locations. And the U.S. was always fascinating to me because I I see it as the land of opportunity, and it's a beautiful place, and you can be anything you want to be. And it is true till today. So they thought I was leaving on vacation for a month, so they called me after a month. And they said, hey, we got a lot of work. You're coming back? I said, no. At that time, I told them in Lebanese. And then the second month, I told them in Arabic. And the third month in French. And then the fourth month, now I know a little English. I said, I'm not coming back.
Uh-huh.
And they thought I was, of course I'm going to come back, But I said, no, I'm building my own future. Mm-hmm. I love it. I'm staying. And that's what happened. So end of 91, I landed in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was there for 5 years. I got whatever jobs I can get, cleaning bathrooms, mopping floors, stocking shelves, do whatever it takes to make $5 an hour and make enough money to pay your bills, which is, I was happy and tickled to be here. It's a blessing. I'm very blessed. And for me to be able to get to the United States, it was a blessing by itself. So I was happy. And I know it was a temporary. I want to open my own business because in Lebanon, I never worked for anybody but our own business.
Right.
And I love what I do, and I don't want to do anything else. So at one time, I have 2 full-time and a part-time job. So I was working between 85 to 115 hours a week.
Wow.
Back in the old days, I didn't drink coffee, so they were Vibrant pills. You buy them from I think, like from the stores. And thank God they didn't have no energy drinks. Probably I've been an issue. But I worked a lot. I was happy to have the job. I was prayed for the people who gave me the job, for the business, because it was an opportunity for me to make money. And I always knew I want to open my own business. So I stayed in Minneapolis for 5 years. I came to visit this area. I fell in love with it. It reminded me where I grew up on the Mediterranean. I love warm climate, beautiful fresh seafood, and love the water. So at that time, I was when I first visited, I was dating at that time, and then I came to meet her parent in this area. So.
So that's what brought you to this area.
That's what brought me to this area. I did not know about this area. It was just her parents live here. They still live here. So my ex-wife, parents live here. So
it's a little bit warmer than Minneapolis.
Yes, just a little bit. Yes, and basically we got married. My daughter Amanda was 6 months old, and I told my ex we're moving. We're just I had enough with the cold weather. And I don't want to open a business in the cold weather where I cannot enjoy my time because I'm an outside person in general. And we just moved. And I went to look for jobs. Finally, I got one job with Young's contract, and Mr. Laverne Young gave me a job. And I applied everywhere, never got the job. So I worked as a laborer, but I told him in the interview, I said, Mr. Young, I would like to open my own business 1 year to 5 years from now. He said, no problem. And sure enough, about a year later, I said, I'm ready to open my business. I decided, me, myself, and I, to go in business.
Yeah.
I located my first loader and a lowboy and a tractor all the way in Orlando, so I paid it on a credit card. I think it's a crazy thing to do, but I did it. And I rented a car, and I drove all the way to Orlando. Never drove a lowboy before. I have a Class A, but I never drove a lowboy. So I loaded the loader on the lowboy, and I drove back from Orlando. And I just started in business. That was July of 98.
Wow.
After my son Michael was born, basically.
So tell us about your business. What is it that you guys do?
We build infrastructure. So if you want to build a subdivision, you go buy a piece of property, and it's all trees and nothing to it except beautiful trees. And you decide to develop it, and you want to put roads and homes and lots. So what we do is we come in, we clear the land, we move the dirt, we balance it, cut, fill, And then we put the utilities, water, sewer, storm. We put the roads, the sidewalks, the curbs, the asphalt. And then same thing with parking lots, like we just last year finished the new Publix in Destin. We demoed the old mall and the movie theater and the old parking lot and the utilities. And then we installed the new pad for the new Publix and the shopping centers, and the shopping center next to it, and then the parking lot. So we put the utilities, put the water lines, sewer, storm, and basically pave it when we're done and stripe it. So we're a civil site contractor, so we do site work from demolition, clearing, excavation, dirt moving, asphalt, concrete, utilities, anything got to do with the civil plans. And that's my main business since '98. I also have a couple of hobbies on the sides, which is development.
Yeah. When you were saying when you first got started, because I know your business is probably very cash intense just because there's a lot of equipment involved. And you said, so you bought that first equipment on a credit card. And then, was it just you working by yourself to do that first job, or did you have a team? How did that work?
Just me.
Wow.
Me, myself, and I, all three of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my first job was in Destin. It was a nursery on Airport Road. I got a job to dig a little pond. It was $700. So I went to dig the pond, and then I dug what I can. It was a small, tight area, so I have a John Deere 644B, which is a good-sized machine. And the rest of it I kind of did by hand, but the people were very happy. And then I got another little job, demolition of a mobile home and lot clearing and what have you. But at that time, I met a gentleman by name Lowell Larson. We're still friends till today. We do his work till today. So I was going to the college to learn about the material and the basically estimating and stuff like that. So I took a few classes, and I met at that time 3 people giving the classes. One of them was Lowell Larson. He saw me at here in Blue Water Bay and Winn-Dixie parking lot. And he said, Steve, did you open your business yet? I said, yes, I did. He said, here's my card. Go to my office, talk to Richard Lundy. He's my right-hand man. We have a job in Navarre coming up. I would like you to look at it. So I said, yes, sir, thank you. I took his card, and I went to meet Richard. I walked in, and we're sitting across the table, and he is on a swivel chair with a window behind him. We got to talking for a few minutes, and he said, so, Steve, you're coming here to bid on the biggest job happening in the area. It was Cayo Grande, Navarre.
Okay.
And I said, yes, sir, I am. He said, okay, how many people you have in your company and all of that? I said, me, myself, and I, and about to hire 3 more people, and we can do your job. He laughed so hard. He fell back, hit the window, and bounced back. Gosh. He said, have I seen somebody with some big guts? But not that, not that big. He said, you're coming here to take the biggest job, and you're telling me it's by yourself, and you're going to hire 3 people. I said, Richard, I'll make you a deal you will not refuse. I said, you pull your best 3 bids, and you pick the lowest price on the clearing, the first part of the job. And then you look at your best schedule between the 3 bids. And I will beat it by 10% on the time and on the money, under one condition. If I do that successfully, you'll give me the other part of the job. And we'll go one item, by item. And if I don't, you don't pay a penny. He said, you have a deal. So we shake the hand, we went to work.
And then you started sweating?
Yeah. No, not really. I knew I can do it. But I did sleep in my pickup truck. I come to Blue Water Bay, take a shower, and basically maybe rest for a few hours and go back. And I did hire one guy at school with me at the college at that time, at one of the classes, and then hired 2 more people. And sure enough, we went to work. I rented equipment, and we went to work, and we done the clearing. And then about 2 weeks in it, he comes in screaming and hollering. I'm on the machine, and I know I beat my own schedule. And it's a beautiful job. And I'm like, I was young. I'm hot-blooded as Lebanese. And I'm like, man, I'm going to whip his tail and just demote from this job. So I come off the machine, and I was about 20 feet away from him. And he said, I got you. I said, Richard? He said, I got you. He was laughing. He was joking with me because he was acting like he was mad.
Uh-huh.
And I said, don't do those jokes with me next time. And that's how I started in the commercial world. I was very blessed. And Lowell Larson gave me the opportunity. And we still do work for him now. So basically, we took that job and job after, and the name started growing. And I worked my tail off 6, 7 days a week, 12, 14, 16, 18-hour days, which is normal for me. I thought it was normal. Everybody still tell me I'm a workaholic. I did not know what that meant at first because I did not know any better. I don't know how to get somewhere and build a business successful and trying to service your customer properly, because number one is your customer. And I did not know how to do that by doing 8 hours a day. I'm not that smart. So when I find that out, I'll do that. But that's kind of how I started, and then kind of went from there. Of course, you got your ups and downs and your challenges, and you learn, because when I started the business, I really did not know much about the business. I mean, I knew I can do it, even though I did it overseas, but it's totally different of what we do here. It's like 180 degrees.
How is it different?
Over there, you have a lot of mountains and rock. Mm-hmm. And then most of our jobs are you cut piece of the mountain and you flatten it out. And so this is the mountain, and then you cut piece, and that's where you build. And then everything goes to the valley from your water, rainwater. And the water service, it's nearby the road, and the power is nearby the road. And then the sewer is pretty much on the property, like a septic system. Mm-hmm. So there's not much to it.
Okay.
You open a road, you make a parking lot, you pave it, and then the water gets pushed to the valley.
Right.
So there's not like what we have here, all the rules, regulations,
right.
So we don't flood other
right.
Properties and so forth and so on. So here I got involved in all of it, from land clearing, demolition, excavation to underground utility, which is we have a lot of water, sewer, storm, and fire line, and it's just totally different because the rules and regulation and the nature of the land. So I had to learn it all over. And when you have your own business, you just have to not be good at what you do as a site contractor. Like I can take a job and take 3 young people and teach them how to do it, and then work with them and build the project. But I did not realize when I was younger there's a lot more to it. You have a lot more paperwork to do and a lot to deal with. So there's another business of your business, which is the business part of the business.
Right.
And you have to deal with and learn. So that's another challenge. But of course, like everybody, you learn as you go. As long as you're open-minded and you're humble and you understand, you always can learn more if you want. Doesn't matter how good you are at what you do. I always have the attitude, I can learn something new every day, and I do.
Yeah.
That's, I think, how you advance and become better and be humble. I learned from people I just hire as a labor on how to use a shovel. When I was younger, I'm young, I'm strong, and one guy told me, Steve, you're killing yourself using the shovel. I said, what do you mean? Shovel is a shovel, we're shoveling, right?
Yeah.
He said, no. I said, okay, well, show me how to shovel without killing my back. Even using a shovel, there's a way of doing it.
I'm sure, yeah.
So not to hurt yourself. So that's kind of, the stuff you learn always, every day you learn. And as long as you're willing to learn, and you get better on your business. But it takes hard work. What I call it is blood, sweat, and tears. Mm-hmm. And if you're not willing to sacrifice a lot and do this, basically the hard work, you may not succeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, of course, there's certain businesses are different, and depends how genius you are. So, but the old school, like I grew up as, you go work hard and you try to become the best at it, and you do something for yourself if you choose to do so.
What values guide you when it comes to leading your team and your business?
Say that one more time.
What values guide you?
First of all, really, you have to be honest. Honesty is easy, and if you're honest to with yourself, first of all, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be yourself. I tell all my guys is we're here to work. We respect each other. Doesn't matter if you're the general foreman or the shovel guy. It doesn't matter. We're all human. So respect is number one. And I remind them we're always working under God. I may not be there, or the customer may not be there, but you want to take a pride of what you do. Excuse me. You want to do your best every day, and you want to deliver the best service for the customer. You have to do it right and treat it like it's yours. So it's kind of simple. Just be straightforward, be honest, do your job properly. You get hired as a professional, do your job as professional. If you have challenges and issues, communicate. Just have conversations with others, what you need. And you're here to do a service, and you get hired as a professional. Just do it properly. It's very, very, very simple. Be straightforward, be honest, and do the right things. Nobody's perfect. You're not going to do perfectly every day, but as long as you got the intent to do the right thing every day, and you work hard to do it, it's kind of very, very simple in a way.
Love it.
So how has your business grown from you and one other person to what it is today?
It's basically when you're in any business, as you know, if your customers are happy, they're going to use you again. We never lose a customer. So when we have a customer, we do our best not to lose the customer. We flip backward for our customers. And we work very hard for them, and we deliver the best quality. And you got to perform in time. And I do whatever it takes to do so. I have plenty of times where when we have lights on at night, the big lights you see when you're doing highway work, and even it was not a highway work, but you do whatever you take, whatever you promise, you deliver. You don't promise something you cannot deliver, and you stick to your promise. And your reputation start basically growing. If you're a customer and I do a job for you, you're going to love our way we work and do business. You're going to use us again. You're going to tell your friend and your associates, and that's how kind of the business grew. We have about 100 or around about 100 people, and we're hiring every day. We are very blessed. It's a blessing, of course. I give all my success, as far as business success, of course. We're talking about business. I'm a very successful person because I'm very happy and thankful of who I am. And I thank the Lord every day for his blessing on me. But as a business success, when you do a good job, you get to be known in the business, and you grow. And we're very blessed. We had our challenges and up and down, just like everybody else in business. But we have more customers, and people want us on their jobs because they can trust us. It's also a trust issue. If I don't trust you to do my job, I'm not going to hire you. They trust us to do their job properly, and they don't have to worry about it and watch it 24/7. So as when I was younger and I started by myself and then hired 3 people, it just, the business and the demand, it just kind of put you in a position to grow where you want to service your customers, and you need to hire more people to do so. Same thing, you got to buy equipment, a lot of equipment. We have over 200 and some pieces of heavy equipment, from dump trucks, triaxles, to excavators, dozers, loaders, you name it. And you have to meet the demand. And if you don't lose the sight of do your job properly, do it as a professional, deliver as you promise, if you do those, you continue growing. Of course, the market changes. It's a little more or less. And you have to know how to adapt and adjust to the market, because the market, it never stays good and never stays bad. It's always a cycle.
Yeah.
It's up and down. So you have to also know how to navigate those times. And that's kind of how we grew. I mean, it's kind of simple: work hard, do the right thing, and people want us to do their work, and we get hired. Of course, also you have to be competitive, and you have to have the right, pricing. Also, what I do a lot with a big value to my customers, I value engineer their plans. So civil engineers are very smart people, and they do their job and they design the job, but they're not on the field every day. And they don't understand the cost of the product that they're prescribing. When we bring to the table as a value engineering, and we talk to our customers and the engineer for the job as, look, we don't need this product, we need this product, it's a lot cheaper, but it is equal or better quality.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the design of the job, so we can save on import fail or whatever it may be. So we bring a lot of value and we save a lot of money up front before we start the job. We save that money for our customers. So our customers recognize and appreciate that.
Right.
And they love it because you're saving them a huge amount of money and you're giving them a better product.
And your experience over all these years has given you the ability to know how to do that.
Yeah.
You got to have the experience, you got to know how, absolutely. You got to be wise, and then you want to be willing to help. Like some people may see the cost difference, but they said, hey, this is how it's designed, this is how it's budgeted, and we're not going to waste time, we're going to move forward. I don't do that. When I see something is a waste, I stop and tell the customers, here's your options. I give my customers option. It's up to them to take it or not. And it takes time, it takes my time to do value engineering, but I'm happy to do it for my customer because it's a value to them.
For sure.
You have to be willing to do it.
Yeah. So looking ahead for Daher Contracting, are there any new projects or goals that you have upcoming that you're especially excited about?
We are excited about every job we have.
That's awesome.
It's a blessing. If it's a $5,000 or $10 million site package, we are blessed to have it, and it's a blessing. We have jobs all over. I won't even remember what they are, but I mean.
What is your service area?
We go from Pensacola to Panama City, but for a good customer who we know and we work with several times, we'll travel a little more, but. Most of our work, we're very, very blessed to be just busy in this area. We have jobs on Eglin, we have jobs on Herbert, we have jobs on Whitingfield, we have private work all over, we have some apartment buildings, we have all different kind of jobs. And it's a list. If I knew this question was coming, I would.
No, it's okay.
We have about 33 jobs.
Awesome.
And from smaller jobs to larger jobs, and it just kind of variety of
But
jobs.
I mean, I love what you said, that you're excited about all of them because they're all important to you, and that just shows that you value all of your customers. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, finally, for entrepreneurs listening, and especially other immigrants, what advice would you want to share with them?
Respect the law of the land, number one. I believe in immigration, but I believe it needs to be legal immigration. I brought a few family members and friends, and they're all legal. I have family members that have been waiting in line for 16 and a half years for an interview to get a chance to come to the U.S. So for immigrant, I tell them, respect the law of the land, number one. Get legalized, do it the legal way. Number two, learn the language.
Yeah.
I speak 3 other languages, but I did not, when I got here, I did not speak one word of English, but I learned, I was happy to learn the language because I know where I want to be, and this is my home. Okaloosa County is my home. I won't be going anywhere. But you have to learn the language. You don't have to be, I mean, I'm not a professional at it. I don't If you see my writing, my spelling, and my thank God for a spell check and all of that. So, but you have to learn the language, and you have to learn the society, and respect it and love it and get integrated. Because if Lebanon was better than the U.S., I came from a middle upper class business family, and my dad have business. If I thought Lebanon was better than the U.S., I don't have to be here. Nobody put a gun in my head and said, hey, you have to stay here.
Right.
Nobody sent me an invitation. Said, hey, you come over here. It was my choice as an immigrant to come to the best country in the world. And God bless America, and God bless us. And you have to be respectful, and you have to learn the rules and regulation and learn the people. And it's good to bring your own. Like I have my own food, the way certain things I eat or cook.
You don't have to get rid of your culture.
You don't have to get rid of your culture, but you have to learn the new culture and understand it, not judge it, and not think you're better than it. Well, if you are better or your country is better, go back to it.
Right.
Wherever you come from, doesn't matter. If you think your country is better, go back. And then if you're here to turn this country like your country, it's just insane.
Yeah.
Because if your country was better, you would not be here.
Right.
If Lebanon was better than the U.S., I would not be here. I would go back. I don't have to be here. I don't need to work. I don't need to do anything. What I do, because I love my business, that's the only business I want to be in, and I love this country, that's why I'm here. I can be anywhere in the world. I can go live anywhere in the world. I don't have to work another day. I'm not saying it. It's a blessing. I put my years in hard work, but as an immigrant, you have to do it the right way. And it's a land of opportunity. If you do it right, you can be anything you want to be. But it's a land of opportunity. I travel quite a bit. There's nothing like the U.S. And if you were born here, you already have advantage. You have your paperwork, you have your language, you can go to any school, and you can learn any business and get any job if you don't want to be in business. Or if you want to be in business, learn that business, work hard, and just go do it. Basically, you don't have to know everything about it, and look at all the negativity about all the failures. And don't be afraid of failing, because you're not here to worry about what anybody else thinks. You shouldn't worry about what all your friends and your peers and what they may say about me if I failed, because in the end, it doesn't matter what they think. Is people don't pay your bills. And if they like what you do or don't like what you do, it doesn't make a difference. It's you need to be happy with whatever you do. And don't worry. You just go do it. And the biggest thing is take that first step. And step after step and moving forward. Because people think, I want to study it, I want to Google it, I want to do all the researches. And they realize about all the negativities and the percentage of success.
You talk yourself out of it.
You take yourself out of it. It's just don't overthink it. Don't overheat your brain over something you don't need to. So it just pick something, learn it, but you have to love it, because if you don't love what you do, you'll never stay long enough in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not the money. It's that a feeling of I can do it, I accomplished it, I can do this, and I'm good at it. So pick something you love, learn it from the bottom, from the basics, and go do it. Don't overthink it.
Well, that's great advice. I'm
love
sure
it.
our listeners are going to be very inspired. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so
again.
much. I'm definitely leaving inspired.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Want to get your business in front of the builders who matter? Trade Talk, the official podcast of Contractors Connect, is where the industry listens in. From contractors to suppliers, decision makers across the Emerald Coast tune in, and your brand could be front and center. With sponsorship and ad spots available, it's the perfect way to reach your target audience and build trust where it counts. Learn more and advertise with us at contractors-connect.com/podcast. Let's talk trades and your business.
All right, one of our favorite parts of Contractors Connect and Trade Talk is bringing the voices of our audience right here to Trade Talk.
Yeah. These are folks who work side by side with leaders like Steve on job sites, at our networking events, and throughout the industry.
Yeah, so before we wrap up, I think it's time for Voices from the Booth. All right, who do we have first, Lindsay?
So we've got a montage of our members and people who attended one of our latest Bay County events that came and said hello to me in the Trade Talk booth, and that was sponsored by Stonescapes. So let's take a look.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm Tony with True North Pest Control at Contractors Connect.
We're here with Stonescapes and we're at Contractors Connect.
I'm Dan Barry with Herc Rentals in Panama City Beach, and I'm here at Contractors Connect.
Hey everyone, I'm Angela Reese with Phoenix Surface. I'm here at Contractors Connection.
Hey, I'm Derek Sweigel with Habitat Hardwood Floors. I'm having a great time here at Contractors Connect.
Hey, I'm Catherine Green with Builders First Source on the Emerald Coast. We're having a great time at Contractors Connect Bay County tonight.
My name is Timothy Best, and this is my wife, Erica Best, and we were at Woodhouse Consulting and Engineering at Contractors Connect.
Michael McKelvey here with McKelvey Homes, having a great time at Contractor Connection.
Hi, I'm Shannon Telez with J&S Home Services and Small Repair, and I'm having a blast today at Contractors Connect.
I am Victoria Gilman with the Gilman Group Realty. I am having a great time tonight. I'm also here with
Alyssa Jean from Jean Design Co.
We're having a great time at Contractors Connect.
Hi, I'm John with Builders First Source, Contractors Connect.
Hey, we're here. We are TNN Painting LLC, and we're here at the Contractors Connect.
Hey, I'm Kenny Nicholson with Builders First Source out of our Millworks division in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Come join us at Contractors Connect.
I'm Scott with Plygen Building Products. I'm at Contractor Connect, and I'm having the best time tonight. Really appreciate it. Lindsay, you're the best.
I know. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. So that is kind of the perfect reason why I want everybody to stop by and say hello, because we love to feature your business and we love to get your name out there. And it's a good opportunity for people who watch our videos to see who's at our networking events and take a look at your business.
Absolutely. It's always fun to see all of those clips, and we have them on social media and on YouTube. It's a great place to see who's going to be at our events.
Yeah. And next up, let's take a look at our Trade Talk booth in Walton County at Contractors Connect. That one was sponsored by Coastal Brick and Stone. And we've got Jody Peterman of Elizabeth Aaron Designs. She's actually going to be a future guest on one of our podcasts. But first, let's take a look at how she named her business.
Hey guys, I'm here in Walton County at the Trade Talk booth. I've got Jody with Elizabeth Aaron Designs tonight.
Hi, thank you so much. It's a fun event.
We are back together. We have talked before, but tonight I actually want to discuss the name of your business and tell me how that came to be.
Oh, it is a hysterical story. So I took over the company from a business partner in New Jersey when I had my company in 2003, and I had to change the name because it was her name before, right? So I was like, what am I going to name it? And I'm like, okay, I'll name it J. Peterman Designs because I think that sounds really cool. And I would tell everybody in New Jersey, and then again, 2003, everybody thought it was so freaking hysterical. They were dying laughing, and I'm like, I don't understand when I say the name of my company why you think that is so funny.
Right.
And they're like, J. Peterman, that's Elaine's stupid boss on Seinfeld. And I'm like,
oh,
okay. Not naming it J. Peterman Designs. We had to go back to the drawing board. So I'm upstairs in my loft in my house, like trying to work. You know, when you're trying to work, and I had twins that were like 7 years old and, you know, running around like crazy.
Yeah.
And they were like doing things that kids do. And I leaned over the railing and I go, oh, Hannah, Elizabeth, and Sydney Aaron. And I'm like, oh.
There it is.
There it is. Elizabeth Aaron Designs. And that's how we were born. Well, that was interesting. I've always wondered why the business wasn't named after her, so that makes sense.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, well, thanks for everybody who stepped into the booth, and hopefully we'll see you at our next event.
Want to grow your network and your business? Join Contractors Connect, the go-to networking group for professionals in the building industry. For just $400 a year, members get 4 complimentary meetup tickets per year, a featured spot in our online directory, visibility at every Contractors Connect event, and more. Whether you're a contractor, vendor, or service pro, there's a place for you here. Join today at contractors-connect.com/memberships, and let's build something great together. Now back to the show.
Well, that's a wrap on this episode of Trade Talk.
Yeah, it was great to highlight Steve and his story and learn the journey behind Daher Contracting.
Yeah, he was really interesting and inspiring to talk to, and I think a lot of our listeners are going to be interested to hear what he has to say and the knowledge he has to share.
Yeah, if you'd like to learn more about Steve's business, you can visit him at dahercontracting.net or follow along on their Facebook page.
Yeah, so be sure to like and subscribe, share our episodes with anybody who you think might be interested. Send us your feedback. We want to hear it all, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks for tuning into Trade Talk, powered by Contractors Connect, where construction pros connect, share, and grow.
If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like and subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew.
Until next time,
stay sharp,
stay safe,
and keep building.